Hi everybody, thanks for checking out my review for this Zhiyun 3-axis stabilizer. This is the Smooth Q and I am super happy with it, so I want to put this video up so you guys can see it too. So I do actually most of my video recording. I say 99% of my videos are done on my phone. I own a DSLR, but the phones are just so much easier and the technology gives you really good quality video. So I wanted something just to kind of up it a little bit, make it a little smoother. Started looking into some gimbals. This was in the price range, so I decided to pick it up. So I was a little leery because I did see one review here on Amazon that was kind of negative, but after using the gimbal and seeing his complaints, it was functioning exactly the way that it's supposed to. He just didn't know how to run it. So make sure you read the instructions so that you know what you're doing with it and practice with it, and I think you're going to be super thrilled with this little gimbal. So in the box it comes, let me move this out of the way for a second here, it comes with a really nice case. It's perfectly fit for the Smooth Q. I like that it wasn't just a big rectangle. Any storage space in my bag that we can save is a good thing. Zipper's nice too. It's pretty well made. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that though. It also came with this little tripod, which is cool because the bottom of the Smooth Q actually has a tripod mount. You can see that there. So you can actually put it on your tripod, use the app to control the movements, and not even have to touch it when you're filming, if that's the way that you want to do it. The construction, it's made out of plastic. There's pros and cons to that. The big con is that obviously it's not going to be as durable as metal, but it doesn't feel cheap in the hand at all. So I was actually pretty happy with that. The two big pros are, one is that it's really lightweight, which makes it more comfortable, easier to use, and the other one is that it costs less. This is a very fairly priced gimbal, so I'm happy with the construction a lot. Don't mind this. The case that I have on this phone folds over and it blocks the camera, so I took it off. You're not going to have to do that. So you can hear, I'm going to move this. Here, I'm going to put it right next to my mic. Moving it around, it's silent. These motors are super quiet. That was one of the things I was kind of concerned with, is that I didn't want any motor noise registering through onto my videos. So it's quiet, which is awesome. Now, as far as the use goes, you just slide these things up, put your phone in, and make sure it's slid all the way down there. You can loosen this one here on the back, and that will adjust. I'm not going to adjust it because I have it balanced, and that will adjust forward and back. So you kind of want to make sure that it's centered that way. That you can also do vertical shooting with it by adjusting that screw and changing it, but don't do vertical shooting because vertical movies really are terrible. That's just my opinion. Once you have that, you're going to adjust this screw to balance it. So you can see obviously that's clearly unbalanced, and you just kind of move it in and out until it's balanced right. Once you find it, what I did, you can see if I get just the right angle, I just put a pen mark right there. Little pen mark you can't really see until you need it. Slide it over, and that's my balance point. So is it worth it? I think so. It makes it nice and easy to balance. You know it's balanced when you can position it. Yeah, maybe it's a little off still. So let's get it a little bit more. I can't remember which side of that pen mark I had it balanced on, so probably this one. There you go. So now that it's balanced, it'll hold better in position. It doesn't have to be perfect. It will compensate for it. So there's that. So now that it's balanced, we're ready to do some shooting. All right, so before I actually fire this thing up, I want to point something out just so that everybody kind of understands what you're getting. This is a 3-axis stabilization, which means that it will stabilize or lock in the pan, the tilt, and the roll. So you can do the pan, the tilt, and then the roll. So those are the 3 positions that it will stabilize. It's not going to stabilize up and down if you move it this way or side to side. So if you're rocking real heavy, it's not gonna stabilize that, and then also this way. All right, so just know that it's 3-axis. That's what you're gonna get. And if you know that going in, I think you'll be really happy with it. All right, so now what we're gonna do to turn it on, you can see this is the mode button right there. Or sorry, the record button is the one that you want there. The record button's down there. And all you do is set it down so that it's kind of stable, and then hit this button. So you're going to hold the record button down. and you can see it just kicked in. All right, so now it's on. So it has 3 different modes, and the first one that it's going to default into is the follow mode. So for this one, it locks the tilt and the roll. So you can see that that's locked. It's kind of hard to do from behind my camera. And the roll. And then for the pan, all you have to do is rotate the handle. So as you rotate the handle, you can see that it smoothly moves, and it's gonna move. If you move really quick like that, it'll compensate for you being crazy with it, and it'll move smoothly. So that's the follow mode. The next thing that you're gonna do is to click. You're gonna click this mode button once. And this should be in the lock mode. So this is the pan, the tilt, and the roll are all locked in place. So this, you have an object, you want to keep focused on it. See that? And the roll. So it's locked in place. But you can still use the joystick like that to control the tilt. There we go. All right, so now we're going to click the button twice. And so now this should be in the full mode. So in this mode, the roll is locked, and so by locked, I mean it's going to stabilize it. So it's going to follow your pan and your tilt. So see, there's your pan. It'll follow your tilt as well. So if you see that. So basically it's going to just follow wherever you point your handle. So that's that mode. Another thing that you can do that's kind of cool, let me see if I can get this in there. If you push the mode button 3 times, it spins it around, and so now you're in selfie mode, and it will continue whatever setting you were in before. So it's still in the full mode there. It's just in selfie mode, spins it around. Click it again, oops, 3 times, and it spins you back. So those are the 3 modes. So now what I'm going to do is open the app, and I will run you through some of the settings in there as well. All right, so we're back now. So there's these 2 apps that you can see. There's the Play, which is like the camera, and then there's the Assistant. This is where all of your settings are. The camera, you can use any camera that you want, any camera app that you want, but the zoom and the record button might not work on it. But what I want to show you is the Assistant app. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to turn it on. All right, so now it's on. So now you're going to go to connection right here, and it's going to pop up right there with your smooth cue. You're going to click that, and now you're connected. So it tells you, this is one of the things that's kind of cool, is it tells you what mode you're in right there. So you're in follow, lock, or full. So I'm sorry, I want to do it on the phone because this is kind of the angle that you use if you're making adjustments on the fly. So there we go. We can do it this way. This thing is just too good. It's just wanting to compensate for everything that I do. All right, so now you can go into the settings down here, and this will control all of your gimbal settings itself. So one of the things that I really like, you can reverse directions if your joystick, if you're one of those people who likes inverted joysticks, you can reverse that there. You can adjust the degree of smoothness. But what I like is this control rate, because you can actually adjust this. I'm going to adjust it way far down. And so when you're using the joystick, I'm going to do like 25. So you're going to hit yes. I'm going to change this one to 25 also. And 25. So I like it to run a little bit slower. So that's what I'm doing, is adjusting this down so that it doesn't feel like it's shooting you out of your seat when you're watching the video. But what I really like about it is that you hit this yes button, and it actually saves it to the gimbal itself. So now you don't have to have this app open. It's automatically, or it's already changed and saved it. So now you can see that that goes a lot smoother. So I like it a little slower, but you can change whatever setting you want. There's also a camera built into this. Yeah, just taking photos. Why not? This is kind of cool. This is a tracking app here, or a tracking feature. You can click that, drag something, and track it. So in theory, it can track a face, but I just told it to track nothing, so now it's freaking out. But I find that it only works about maybe half the time. So hopefully that'll get squared away, because that's a really cool feature. And that's an app feature, that's not a gimbal issue. So they add different features to their apps, and then it automatically is built in, so that your gimbal can take care of it. And I think that's awesome. All right, so now I just turned off the gimbal. We're going to go ahead and show you. This is their camera app. So you're going to turn it on again, just like always. Now it's on. You're going to hit this connect to device down here at the bottom. Smooth Q pops up. You're going to click that. And so now you have there you go. So now you have your camera app. Over here is to take stills or to take videos. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a kind of a basic app as far as the gimbal goes, or the camera goes. You don't have a whole lot of settings, but like I said, you can use different apps. You just might not have control over it. So this is the zoom. You can see it's zooming in on my little power strip there. If you hold it down, it changes like that. So it actually changes from the front camera to the back camera. So hold the zoom up, and it'll change. Then hold it down. Yeah, there it goes. I hold it up again, and it changes back. Holding it down, actually really don't know if that does anything. So, but anyway, you can zoom in and out this way. It's one click at a time. It's not, you don't hold it, because you hold it and it switches. That's what it's supposed to do. And then you can zoom on out. Oh, so holding it down, I forgot. Holding it down actually switches from, I'm going to let this helicopter pass over us, because apparently it wants to check us out. And I'll be back with you so you can hear what I'm saying. All right, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that if you hold the zoom button down, it's going to change from, oops, I was recording. If you hold the zoom button down, it's going to change from video to camera, so you can see. So that's just for stills. Hold it down again, it's going to switch that way. So again, one click up, zooms in and out. I don't really care, because I don't use digital zoom, because it makes your videos look terrible. So one click up or down zooms in or out. Holding the zoom button up switches or alternates between the front and the back cameras. Holding the zoom button down will alternate between camera and video. So all you have to do to record, we're on camera, so you just click the button and you can see that we're recording. Pretty awesome. Yeah, it may still be a little fast for that. Yeah, not bad. I like the setting. I think I'll keep the setting for the pan, because that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, because I'm just going to give you some sample footage. You can kind of see it. I'll walk around. I'll walk quiet or softly, so that you can see how to walk with it, so that you're not bouncing up and down. But more importantly, I want to show you what it does as far as stabilizing on the 3-axis. I'm not going to do any talking on that. There's not really much to say. So I'll wrap up now and just say that I am very pleased with this little gimbal. For the price, I think you get a lot of technology. It runs really nice. I haven't had any issues with the apps at all. I know other people have, so I haven't, but apps will be updated constantly, I'm sure, and get you a little more stability if you are having issues. But like I said, it's run perfect for me, and I am super pleased with this. For the price, you really can't go wrong. I think that you're going to be happy with this one, so I'm going to give this one 5 stars.